One of my favorite things about the Mario games is the attention to detail. Mario Galaxy, my favorite game, is no exception to this. I recently started a series diving into the details of Mario Galaxy, with a YouTube short dedicated to each galaxy. However, Honeyhive Galaxy has way too many interesting details I want to talk about. And rather than make multiple YouTube shorts, I've decided to put them all in one video where I don't have to be concerned with time constraints. Let's go! Now the first detail I want to touch on is fairly well known, but I'm going to cover it anyways. When you're on the first star of Honeyhive, the level's fairly simple. Make your way through this tunnel, fall into a stump, become a bee, get into a launch star, vibe with some pink creatures that try to beat you to death with stones, get into another launch star, do some rock climbing, impersonate a medical professional, get into another launch star, and then talk to Captain Toad, steal his star, and then leave him for dead. The interesting part here is that once you're done gathering the launch star pieces from the Queen's body, you have the option to get into the launch star as Bee Mario or plain vanilla Mario. Tasty. Depending on your decision, you will get different dialogue when speaking to Captain Toad. If you show up as a red hat, blue overall wearing, questionably human, Goomba stomping menace, then Captain Toad will say, "Oh wow, it's Mario. We escaped from yada yada, here's your star, you get the point." However, if you show up as a bee, then Captain Toad will instead say, "Ah, a bee! What? Mario? Hey, it's you. We escaped from yada yada yada, you get a star." Fantastic! I love situational dialogue like this because it makes the game feel much more immersive. Okay, the second detail takes place in the second star. Now typically, you would make your way up this path, smash a rock, make a plant grow, but since we're fun and quirky, we're just gonna walk up this hill. Oh wait, Nintendo says I'm not allowed to walk up this hill. Well sorry Nintendo, because I have the power of spinny star button mashing, so a slight incline isn't going to stop this plumber from reaching a higher location. Anyways, from there you'll make your way to my favorite friend-shaped worm with legs. Just look at this little guy. Hello Mario. Once we're done admiring the Wiggler in all its glory, you stomp on the button. And once you've pressed one button, why not press another? And from there, you can wall jump all the way to the top. Except we are not going to do that because we aren't monsters with zero regards to the Lord Wiggler's well-being. Instead, we're not going to press the big red button, no matter how much you want to. And instead, jump across the gap. And since we already didn't press one button, let's not press another, and instead parkour our way up to the top. Something that's interesting about this whole structure is that on the first star, this whole platform is gone, except for the top right corner. Anyways, back to the second star. Now that we have scaled the mountain, we can take the launch star to a few more planets where we can skydive to the treetop canopy. Once there, we can turn on a windmill where we can fight the easiest boss in the entire game. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that this boss fight has been taking place right above where the level first starts. This means if we want to, we can jump all the way down and just remove all the progress we've made so far. Or so it would seem. The interesting thing is that the game actually spawns 2 quality of life launch stars when you go to the questionably shaped planets. And if you take either of these launch stars, they'll take you back to the canopy. Or if you're a silly individual, you can take the original launch star and do the planets all over again. Alright, this next detail also takes place on the second star of this galaxy. If you've got eagle eyes, or just play Mario Galaxy a lot, then you would have noticed that the tunnel we took in the first star is now blocked by a honeycomb gate, making this area completely inaccessible. Or so it would seem. There's actually a way to get to the other side of this gate, and there's actually some interesting things back there as well. The first step is to play the level like you usually would, except for when you get to the top of the mountain, instead of taking a right and hopping into the launch star, you take a left up on this ledge where the flower is. This random flower is actually not random at all because it's showing you that you are positioned directly above the area on the other side of the honeycomb gate. Getting down is simple. I'm going to jump! Do a flip! Once down here, there are 3 things to check out. The first is a bee that tells you that the queen is resting, presumably due to our malpractice when impersonating a doctor. The second is a pipe that takes you back to the main level, so that you don't have to use alternative methods to get back to the rest of the level. And the third is a 1-up in the same place as the launch star from the previous level. That way, if you're too lazy to use the pipe, then you can just use the swirling gravitational world-destroying ball of fun that's just below the map. That's all the big details, but there's some many honorable mentions I want to talk about. As soon as you land in Honeyhive Galaxy, if you turn around, then you'll see a big M for Mario, made out of star bits. And if you're playing as a Luigi and look in the same spot, then it will still be an M because Nintendo hates Luigi and that makes me sad. If you look at the rocks on the walls of this level, you might notice that the majority of them are honeycomb shaped, which is neat. In the first star, you can skip a lot of this level by jumping off this cliff with a B Mario power up and then just flying to the launch star. In the first, third, and Luigi star, the boulders are normal size. But in the second and the purple coin star, they are small. And in the Shadow Mario race, they are non-existent. Or maybe they're just so small we can't see them. Anyways, that's pretty much everything. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Seriously consider subscribing because less than 1% of you are subscribed, and I'm trying to make it the partner before the end of the year. Also, I have a Discord that I hold regular events in. The community is super chill, so I highly recommend you join. And that's everything. Bye!